hey, 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 how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah. Hello, 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 hello. So I was reading this morning about the story told of a child or someone that goes to a house. Before I carry on, this is RNK Musings. I am Rosemary Loy Knight. Pleasure as always. How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing? Okay, this is the thing. So yes, this story, child I think, or someone anyway, goes to ask some help from neighbor and keeps knocking on door even though it's middle of night. And finally neighbor is just like, oh, you know what? What is it that you want? And the neighbor gets up, gives it to him because of his persistence. And then, because this is a story that Jesus tells. And then it goes on to say, ask, seek, knock, because ultimately you'll get everything that you ask for. You'll receive whatever you ask for. You'll find what you're seeking, and the door will be open to you when you knock. Okay, and so I got to thinking about that this morning, and thinking about the fact that when it comes down to it, because you know what, I work with people who are spiritual people who feel called to make a difference in a bigger way than they are currently, and they want to make an income whilst doing all of this. They want to make an income usually online whilst they're doing this, because they see that as a freedom kind of thing, which is great because it aligns quite nicely with my vision for 334,000 people living for free lives, financially independent, making a dent on the planet. So I like to work with spiritual people because I do think it's quite important that you have that connection with source. But the thing that I see sometimes amongst us spiritual mavericks is that we don't ask long enough, okay? Or that you see asking as something that you just do and it's very passive. A very passive thing where I'm going to affirm something forever. And you know what? I'm very much about affirmations. I do think you should do lots of affirmations, use them. I do think they're quite useful. But if it stops there, then it stops there. It's not enough. And we know this in theory. But sometimes I think that you may not have a full understanding of how persistent you may have to be in order to get the result that you want. One, it's not enough to ask alone, or affirm alone, or any of that stuff alone. And one of the things that I've been even more deeply being reminded of in recent times is the fact that, and I might even write a post about it later on today if the urge comes upon me, is the fact that spirit, higher power, source, intuition, whatever, is not a fairy godmother or a demon, one or the other, depending on which way you've been brought up to look at things. There's no, it's just gonna wave a magic wand if you ask, and just simply ask. It's not enough just to ask, you've got to do the seeking and the knocking. The seeking and the knocking is also included in that whole thing. Sometimes people kind of stop at the, I am this and I am that and oh my gosh, yes, and if I pray and beg and plead long and hard enough, then things will work. No, there is no magic. There is no spiritual magic. I say that all the time. God is not a fairy godmother. Okay, and I was being told very firmly about this in recent times because there's a little inkling, a little thing sometimes where you hold back from truly playing full out for everything you desire. And so then you don't get everything you desire because you think there's going to be some kind of miracle that is going to just come and save the day. It's kind of weird because they might be. But does that mean you don't play full out? You don't use all of the power that is inside of you? I don't think so. Anyway, the affirmation today is I keep creating, I keep showing up. I keep creating with the vision in my eye, okay? And I'll explain that in a little bit. Okay, let's see if I remember it. I keep creating. I keep showing up. I keep creating with the vision in my eye. Creating, I keep on showing up. I keep creating with the vision in my eye. Okay, so from an asking, that's the affirmation, okay? And I want you to take that on into the day. I keep creating, I keep showing up with the vision in my eye, because this is the other thing. there is a tendency as well that you just start creating for the sake of creating. Okay, no. What am I trying to say here? Sometimes people are busy for the sake of being busy. Sometimes it feels like you're really pulling out all the stops, but actually what you're doing is trying to run away from some problem, something, so you don't have that vision in front of you that you're creating. You're almost trying to create yourself out of a problem. And that doesn't really truly work. Because then maybe you get out of the problem, but then you find another problem, and then you have to just keep getting out of problems, instead of actually keeping the vision in your eye, in your mind's eye, so that you're actually, whatever you do is taking you towards it. So yes, you're showing up every single day in some way, asking for the miracle, or not the miracle, asking for the vision to be created, seeking different ways, listening into your intuition, listening to different ways to actually make it happen. Someone is calling me right now. And also knocking on every door, knowing that the one that is right for you will open and everything else that isn't right for you will close. But you knock on every freaking door, you push every single door. You don't wait, let me just wait for the light shining on this particular door, then I'll know that it's my door. No. You go running, knocking on every door, seeking the answers that you're looking for, seeking the vision in your mind's eye, not trying to run away from the problem. No, there are all kinds of distractions and obstacles and all kinds of stuff in our path as we go after the thing that we desire. But you know what? We ask consistently. We knock or seek consistently. We knock consistently, knowing that the thing that is in our mind's eye to create is absolutely going to happen. That we're absolutely going to actually create that vision, that it is a done deal, that it's just done, it's done. But we saw from a place of believing in the vision, not trying to run away from the thing behind you. Keep the solutions flowing. Okay, cool, yeah. Yeah, and sometimes it's not even, sometimes we're trying to find solutions to problems. And I do think that is a very limited way of looking at things. It's because the solution to one problem, then you're looking for the solution to the next problem, and you're looking for the solution to the next problem. No. I think keep your eye on the vision. The vision, always be moving towards the vision. Any problems around you will fall away or get dealt with or, fall away, basically. But if we keep responding to the problems, as great as it sounds, sometimes I think that's not enough. We're just in response, reactive mode, instead of creative mode, deliberately designing, always deliberately designing, ignoring what is within, I don't want to say within reason. When it comes to the creation of a vision, in some ways, yes, you know where you're starting from for sure. I'm trying to really use the words because I almost feel like it's new to me even right now, because that has always been my thing, is to solve problems. You just need to solve the problems. They always be the person that is solving problems. But this person solving problems just ends up looking for more problems to solve. Whereas the person creating, the problems fall away or disappear, or you just don't even see them in the same way. If we keep our eyes on the thing we don't want, we generally tend to create more of it. So we're asking, we're seeking, we're knocking forward. Always forward. Always forward. Never to sort out what is happening here. Never to sort out what happened before. But always asking for the next thing that takes us to the vision. Keeping that vision there. It's almost like you become blinded to everything else. I think of all the greats in some ways, I'm sure they had problems, but if they kept looking at the problems and trying to fix those, and maybe, yes, the beginning of the vision, the thing that made them start, sorry, my eyes are closed because I'm trying to really get the words. If they looked at the thing sometimes the thing that got them started was the problem, but then they developed a vision for what they wanted instead. And I see right now, there's lots of stuff happening in the news and this and that, and then you just get lots of people reacting to it, but it doesn't solve anything because they don't have a picture of what they're trying to get to. And so it's like you're just kind of, so we're all debating endlessly and going nowhere. The brain is a problem-solving organ, is it? We live in a world full of problems. The bigger the problem, the bigger the solution. I don't know I don't know that I completely agree. But really, I don't. I think we can be visionary. Yeah, I was about to say, is everybody visionary? I don't know. I am. I see what I want. I see what I'm working towards. And it's almost like I can't see what is around me. And in fact, when I start living in the what is around me completely and trying to solve just the problems around me, then I'm stuck in them. I can't move forward. And I think about my life and I think back, and this is something I've been kind of going over in my mind over the last few weeks. The reason why I move forward is because there's always a forward vision in mind. Because if I only looked at what was around me, I'd make different decisions. Always. I'd make different smaller decisions. Definitely. I would make smaller decisions if I always based it on what is happening around me right now. And I get it. It's a regular way. It's a regular way of thinking. It's the way we were even trained to think in some ways. That you need to solve the problems around you, and if you solve problems for people, then, and I get it, there is room for that, so it's not either or, but there must be a bigger vision. There must be a bigger vision, or else the decisions being made will always be within the realms of possibility. It's like, we would still be riding horses if someone hadn't seen the vision of a motorized vehicle that gets you from A to B. But if you try to solve the problem as it was right then, okay, how can we keep the horses healthier? Whereas someone who has the vision for the next level you see the problem, but then it's like, okay, but what else could be? What else could be? Because if not, then the horses are the only option. Or walking places instead of aeroplanes. It's impossible for human beings to fly. So therefore, we need to get places, let's build a better ship. But somebody saw, hey, we can maybe fly. Wow. And that is like, whoa, fly? Are you kidding me? And yet now it's commonplace. Our bodies are to help us move around, take action, and get things done. Yeah, for sure. For sure. So I don't know if you guys see what I'm saying. I hope you do. That we keep the vision. The vision. You need to know what is it that you're working towards. If not, it's like, I'm sorry, but I see places, people and I used to really argue about this when it was happening. What was it? Occupy. And I remember one of them coming on the radio once upon a time. This was, I think it's a few years ago now. I was listening to Radio 2, Jeremy Vine. And one of the Occupy people came on the radio, and Jeremy asked them so what do you see could be society? And the guy had no idea. He actually literally said, I don't know, but we just know that it's not working right now. And I was like, that's why people are just camping outside doing nothing. None of you all know where you're going. What is the alternative? Give us an alternative. What's the vision? Where are we headed to? Or we're just arguing about the problem. Yeah, we know there's a problem. But without a vision of where you're trying to take us, it's like Mr. Martin Luther King. I have a dream. The solution at that time seemed to be, let's kill all the white people because they're being nasty. But no, the guy had a vision of what could be. People living side by side. It seemed impossible then. And yet, and for some people, it probably was even completely improbable. It was like the horse to the car. Like, no way. Yet somebody with vision comes. And I do see us spiritual people as being able to tap into a deeper wisdom beyond just the obvious solutions. But the problem is, do you believe enough in your vision to do it despite the fact that no one else may have done it before, despite the fact that it may seem kind of stupid, despite the fact that maybe, it could just be something as simple as nobody in your family has ever done it before, and so you find yourself thinking it's impossible. And so then you start making you reduce your solution, you reduce your vision to what is reasonable. What others have done before, what seems comfortable. But then you're not really moving forward. You're just kind of going through the same cycle over and over again. And I say you keep creating something new that may look like what others have done, but it's from you. You keep creating, you keep showing up, even though it seems scary and bigger than you, with the vision in your eye, the vision of what you want to see happen. You keep creating with the vision in your eye. Let's sing this affirmation again. I have somebody else trying to call me, or the same person actually. Tom, I'll call you back later. I keep creating. I keep on showing up. I keep creating with the vision in my eye. I keep creating. I keep on showing up. I keep creating with the vision in my eye. And again, I keep creating. I keep on showing up. I keep creating with the vision in my eye. I keep creating. I keep on showing up. I keep creating with the vision in my eye. Can I encourage you to be a creator actively? We're created in the image of a creator. We are creative by nature. That desire inside of you to contribute, to leave a legacy, it's all part of your desire to create something fresh, something new. I really am one of those that completely believe that a solution to, and yeah, I know I've talked about no solution problems, all that, but actually I do believe that the solution to every single human problem is actually to be found within a human being somewhere. And that human being may or may not believe that they are capable of doing it. And I believe for us as spiritual people particularly, we do have access to incredible wisdom if we will dare to courageously go after it. To courageously go after it. To believe that if we have this vision, that there is going to be a way to take care of ourselves whilst living out the vision. That we will not be left destitute while living out the vision. And I know, you know what, before I even came on this live stream, I was thinking about how, yeah, because I wrote a post yesterday about how sometimes it feels like I'm asking an impossible thing of people. But the truth of the matter is I'm not trying to convince anyone to live in the way that I describe. I am looking for those who are already doing it. Because I know I'm not alone. Anyway, I know I'm not, because I have the Deliberate Millionaire and there's lots of awesome people in there living out the vision. Living out of the vision. Yeah, it gets scary. Yes, it seems like, can I do this? Because when I consider in the fullness of what I see in my mind's eye when I think about Project 334K, if it was me alone, I'd quit. Go back being a pharmacist. Seems more reasonable. But I refuse to let my life be just about reasonable. Reasonable. Such a nice sounding word which stifles dreams and visions and stifles the progress of the human race. I know it seems like such a big deal. I know when I say these things it seems like, oh my God, Rosemary, that's a bit big. But it's the truth though. Each individual person has a part to play. And we as spiritual mavericks, come on. What is the bigger vision? And it cannot just be, let me just solve this little problem over here with what I know is feasible. No, what is the next level solution that some of you are aware of? There's a part of you that wants to make a difference in this major way, but there's a part of you that thinks it's impossible and, you know, you have bills and oh my gosh. But you started though, because as I said, I'm not trying to convince somebody who hasn't started, because I was that person, very passive for a long time. And if anybody tried to come and tell me this stuff, I would have said, nah, you're not being practical. It's just not possible. It wasn't until I hit rock bottom, realized, well, you know what? It takes the same amount of energy to sustain a life you do not like as it does to sustain a life you love. So why not use the energy to build a life you love? And so yes, I stepped into my calling. So I'm looking for those who have stepped into their calling. Maybe you're still trying to figure out, how do I monetize this? How do I make it work? I have this vision that I'm walking towards. Well, to start with, hey, tomorrow, okay, we're starting in the Deliberate Millionaire Fast Track Club, because frankly, I do believe that's where you need to be. Okay, that's why I created that space. It's for us, because yeah, nobody really gets it. Nobody really gets it. Nobody really gets it. You speak to people, they think, oh, for goodness sake, why can't you just settle for whatever. But you see a vision and you want to live it out. That was me. That is still me as I continually go deeper and higher up all at the same time. And tomorrow we're going to be looking at, from tomorrow anyway, for the next 6 weeks or so, we're going to be looking at Facebook. How this platform that came out of someone's vision wasn't needed. Yeah, it kind of connected people, but this creator created it. Okay, created this thing that now links more than, I think it's 2 billion people now on the planet. Out of 7 billion people on this planet, it links 2 billion people. This was someone's vision. Someone's vision. He had this vision in his mind and he created it. And now you are able to use it, which makes you very blessed. And so we're going to be looking at it, how to create financial freedom through Facebook, how to use the free parts of Facebook, how to use the paid for parts of Facebook, how to develop all of it and start building an audience, building customers, clients, recruits, getting them on this platform where there are 2 billion people, over 1 billion people every single day on this platform. You don't need that many people. You're not called to that many people. Well, some of you might be. But yeah, there's stuff you can learn. Then you come into the club, there's us, the spiritual mavericks. We're carving a space for us. We're choosing to live beyond reasonable, beyond what we can see. Instead, looking to the vision, the bigger vision of what life could be. And if that's you, then come and join me. It's rosemarynonniknight.com/FB freedom. The stuff that I've learned, the stuff that I work with clients on, I paid out a heck of a lot of money for. Now, I recognize not everybody can do that, which is why I created this space where it is the closest thing you would get to personal coaching, but within a group setting, okay? Because I'm there every day. I'm answering people's questions. I'm answering you specifically. You will never get this level kind of group where the owner of it is there every single day. Never, 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 never. Whatever group you go to, at this level of investment, you will never find it anywhere else. So if you are that spiritual entrepreneur or creative, or you're about to start, you're not just thinking about it and just trying to, I don't know, just talking. That was me for a while, so I know that state and you're not ready. I'm looking for those who are actually willing, moving forward right now. This isn't something you're just dreaming about. This is something you're doing. You're ready right now to live out the calling on your life. You've tried all the other bits. You realize, look here, it takes the same amount of energy to build my crazy, horrible life, so why don't I build one I actually like? If you're ready to do that, then join me. The doors are, we're closing the group down again, because I close it every so often in between programs. We're closing the doors tomorrow at 3 p.m. UK, which is 10 a.m. Eastern. So you have from now till then to join us at the current level of investment. It does tend to go up every time it opens because it's actually a significant discount. I think it's 70% discount right now, and you keep that discount for as long as you're a member. And this is it. This is where things start to change for you if you choose to show up. I am showing up with the vision in my mind. Because it's one thing to, looking for miracles. As I said at the very beginning of this live stream, there are no miracles. You are the miracle. You are the magic. You showing up and getting support when you need it. You showing up and, doing the work. Once you got the support, doing the work. I wish there was some kind of super easy way, and that's why people run away, but we don't run away from this. We know we're ready for something more. We have this vision and we're ready to develop it. Who wants to get to the end of their life and think, I just didn't do it? And really the reason why you didn't do it was because you didn't do it. Nothing stopped you. Right now you might feel like, I don't have the money, I don't have the this, or my skin color, or no. It's all a story you're telling yourself. But again, I'm not speaking to those that tell stories. You know what? I'm still learning to speak to the right people. Because if you're telling stories, you're not my person. But I do understand, however, if you've committed to the journey, and yeah, there's fear. Yeah, there's self-doubt. I get that, for sure. But you're no longer going to allow this stuff to stop you. Then you are the person I'm looking for. And you don't have to kind of do this journey alone. And the truth of the matter, if you're on the proper journey, you'll know that you don't want to do this journey alone. The ones that just talk think, I don't need any help. Yeah, you're not on the journey. If you were, you'd know you did. Basically, you'd know you did. Because frankly, the fire you sometimes have to go through, you don't want to do that alone. You don't want to do it with people that don't get why you're doing this, because they will take you off the path thinking that they're loving you. And you'll still end up not living the life that you were born to live. So honey, come and join us. If you are the person that this resonates with, join us. It's rosemarynonnieknight.com/FB Freedom. As I said, the doors close to the club tomorrow. So you have about 24 hours to, although frankly, you know what? Don't procrastinate. Haven't you done that enough? Just join in. But then don't join in thinking I'm going to be your miracle, because I'm not. What I am is support. You still have to do the work. Okay, because sometimes I get people coming in and they can generally leave very quickly as well, thinking that somehow, oh, I joined, now everything is going to be fine. No, you still got to do the work. What I do is provide you, like every day I'm providing with a checklist of things to do, simply to increase your income online. Yeah, I provide you with a checklist of things to do. And I come onto a live stream every single day and I answer questions, and I have given you a library of sales and marketing and leadership training. Everything you need to grow a healthy business that is profitable and allows you to live out the call on your life. It is in the club, for sure. But you got to show up with the vision in your eye. You ready for this? Anyway, that's my invitation to you. It's rosemarynonnieknight.com/FB Freedom. I look forward to working with you in the club. Until the next time, much love. It's time to fight for and to deliberately design the life you are born to live, because you want to. Much love, my honeys. Bye.